Hey y'all, welcome back to Brush and Bramble Farm. I know it's been a few minutes, but today's video is all about all the things that have happened in the last couple months. We're out in the new barn right now. It's a 12 by 24 shed. It's called a smart barn, so I call it the barn. It's not where I want it to be yet, but it's eventually going to be half. Let me show you. Eventually it's going to be half of a milking parlor. We'll use that word. Half of it will be a milking parlor. The milking stand, which actually will go on this side. You'll see when I have it where I want it to be sometime in the somewhat near future, I really hope. And then I'm going to do 3 kidding stalls on this side. Right now I have this makeshift fence that goes across. It works for now, but these are all kids. They do have a new pen that I built out back. It used to be the old buck pen. We refenced it, put a cute little gate in. But I don't have a shelter for them yet. So on nice days, like after I'm done milking, they will go outside and spend the day out there because it's going to be nice today. And then they'll come back here at night. And if you'll notice these little hop-alongs, I have 3 bottle baby bucklings, but I have 5 new bucklings. One I think that I will actually probably be getting rid of. I just don't need him. So, but let me introduce you to the 3 bottle babies. They just got fed, so I don't know why they're so wild. This is little Dutton. He's a Nubian. He's registered. He comes from really good milking lines, and he has moon spots. Cha-ching! So he's beautiful. My intent was only to get one. He was the one I was in love with, had to have. He's about 4 or 5 weeks old now, but then I found this one. This is Cowboy Rip, also registered from good milking lines. And when I went back through their like registration and pedigree and all that, they actually come from the same like farm way down the line, which I guess it's not way down the line because it's still on their pedigree, but you know what I mean. So Rip and Dutton, and then this little guy is also registered. He's only a few weeks old, a little Nigerian. Basically the farm that I got him from was having a little discount because she had so many bucks. So I was like, you know what? He's beautiful. I'll take him as well. He's from a first freshener mother, but she was saying that he also comes from really good genetics. So we have him. And then one of our other bucklings right here, also good. And now you're asking, why do I have so many bucklings? I was told that with 4, you can rotate them enough through the whole herd that you won't have to get any more. So that's the plan. So we won't need any more bucklings for a long time is the plan. The white girls there, they're mini alpines. They are not registered, but I have a mini alpine doe, and she is one of my best producers. Very good girl. So I just wanted some more just to up my milk production. This is Reba. She's a mini Nubian. Adelaide, Abilene, little Jan. She was the daughter of Rosie, who happens to be on the stand right now. Rosie's registered. Jan is not because her father is not registered. This is little Julie. She's a mini Nubian as well. And look at those beautiful moon spots. Her name's actually Juliet. And that's actually January. There's Arthur right here. These guys are triplets. The only reason I got him is because the owner wanted them all to go together. And I don't really need him. But Juliet is from Winona and one of my unregistered bucks. So I'm really excited to have a couple of mini Nubians though and see how that does. Right here is Willa. She's out of Ella and Willie, both not registered, but I needed her because she's so beautiful, blue-eyed, and polled. What little baby. So, these are all the new babies. And it puts into perspective when they're out in the pasture and everyone's out there, just how many goats I have now. But I'm not sorry. So first on the stand we have Rosie, and she is actually, you can see her little udder. She's not the highest production milker. And I was told that when I purchased her. She's my first registered goat. She's on her 2nd freshen. She's not the highest production milker. But I was told that when I bought her. But I was told that she's consistent, which she has been. But honestly, she's one of my favorite goats. She's super sweet, and she's just a dream to milk. From day 1 on the milking stand, she's never kicked. And even now, she only gets steppy when she's out of feed. So I'll take it. But my goal this year, since we finally have a good buck pen and hopefully won't have any issues, let me get you a different angle. So we finally have a different buck pen. We reinforced it so we won't have any bucks getting out. I can breed who I want to breed to. And actually, other than this mini Alpine I have in here, I got rid of all my unregistered bucks. Just because, one, I didn't need them, and two, trying to keep away from that if it ever happen again. But I have a buck who's a star milker, which means he comes from good milking lines. And I'm going to breed, he was actually the one I bought with her, but the goal is to breed her to him and then like up her production through her children. So, excited about that match. But other than that, she's a very consistent milker. Each goat I empty out because sometimes they step in the pail. Nobody wants that. So this is Loretta. She's one of my Nubian milkers. She is a first freshener, and she's really small for her size. I didn't know when I got into Nubians that they need a lot more nutrition than Nigerians. I thought a goat was a goat, and you could feed them all the same, which is not the case. And I'm pretty sure she aborted her baby a few weeks early, and she never fully came into milk. I mean, she's in milk, but in my opinion, not her milking potential, or at least I hope not, because I get about as much from her as I do that last Nigerian I put up there. Here we have Lainey. She's actually, her and her sister Ella were the first two goats I ever purchased. What is on your leg, girlfriend? You go ahead and say someone's got the poos. We'll have to track that down. It's funny because Ella's a great kidder. She usually has multiples. She's the mother of the blue-eyed and polled. But Lainey wants to be a jerk, I guess, so her foot goes in. Some days she's really good, some days she's not. So we have to tie her foot up so she stops hopping over my bucket. Anyways, Lainey always gives me a single buckling. 5 kiddings, 5 single bucklings. But she's a great milker. So she stays. Now, as you'll see, I'm not taking the greatest care to make sure this milk stays completely clean. When we go inside, I'll filter it. And most of our milk goes towards making soap. Are you done? Oh, you don't have any feed. I didn't give her any feed, so she's a little hostile. I mean, she's normally slightly hostile, but... In the beginning, we would tie up both legs until they get used to it, but she's the only one that I still have to tie up one of her legs a lot of the times, which is really frustrating because it would just be nice to just let her be, but she always wants to hop over my bucket. Now, luckily, she doesn't put her foot in the bucket. She just hops over it, but it gets annoying, especially on, like, rainy, muddy days when their feet are dirty for me to keep pulling her back over and covering my bucket as she normally gets one of her feet on my hands. You know, homesteading problems. Now this is Fawn. She's the mini Alpine I was referring to. She's only a hair bit bigger than my Nigerian, so honestly I typically forget that she's even a mini Alpine at all. And my goal was to get the boy to breed to her for like pure mini Alpine babies. They wouldn't be registered, but they'd be pure mini Alpine. But I don't know if I want to take a risk of keeping another unregistered box since I had so many issues with it. She's a great milker, but she is so steppy and it becomes really annoying. She like flash dance. She just won't keep her feet still. And hopefully now that I say that, she'll make me a liar. That'd be great. Here we have Winona. This is Juliet's mom. I think I may have called the other Nubian Winona, but that's Loretta. I also bring in Daphne. You can see her behind me. She's my adolescent Nubian. I bring her in so she gets extra food. As I mentioned before, Nubians need a little bit more. So she just comes in to eat while I milk out one of them. And as you can see, this is not a huge udder, especially for a Nubian. So she's a first freshener and she is a little small for her age still. I really hope she continues growing, and I really hope next year this udder is more magnificent. Winona is a little on the skinnier side. Let's see, she needs to put on the weight. So I let her sit here and finish, usually, unless I'm busy and have to like hurry. But yeah, she's a little bit on the skinny side and I don't like it. So she's also small like her sister. So we have to distract the cows with something to eat and then we can run them up. So watch this. Let's see if they follow me. I even took the bottom wire out. Come on, babies. Come on. There's a few stragglers still in the barn. Come on. But I think they like it out here so far. And there's definitely a lot more space. My original plan was to cut this pen in half and do like boys and girls, but I think that I'm just going to keep it like this. I don't know. Undecided. Because some of the boys will be moving over. And I'll be honest, I absolutely hate this chain. Absolutely hate it. There's nothing quick about it. It's a pain in the butt and I do not like it at all. So they're all out here now. I got to go get them some water and a little bit of hay. You can see all this junk back here. That's when we cleared out these two pens. It's the fencing and all the stuff to patch the fencing, so got to get that taken care of too. But they love the space. Hi, Jan Jan. Hi, baby Jan Jan. Jan Jan was my first bottle baby. She didn't get this butted properly. The vet didn't do the best job on that one. So she does have a unicorn. Hi, baby Rip. Hi, Adelaide. Hi, baby. He's the sweetest, and he's so beautiful. He's got the gray roan, and then he's got dark brown underneath. I love it so much. My intent is to breed the 2 mini Nubians to my Nubian bucks too, and I cannot. The hardest part is going to decide who breed to who, because they're all so beautiful. Although I guess I got a lot of time to figure those ones out, huh?